What is up, guys? Welcome to Diggity, a video game podcast. I'm Jeff James. As always with me, the incredible, unobtainable, luscious Brody Foltz. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. And every single time you just peg that microphone when you do that intro.
What is up?
206 episodes in and still just absolutely abusing that microphone at the beginning.
You know, they say they couldn't make a pop filter big enough for my opening.
That's
whatever.
fair.
If we had an audio engineer or something like that, like we were a legit thing, or a producer, their head would just fucking explode probably as soon as they open up. We'd have to get a new one every single episode. It'd be great.
We're looking yet again for a new audio engineer.
Yeah. I myself, enrobed in this beautiful Hawaiian garment, as I refuse to accept the fact that we had 3 inches of snow land upon my driveway merely a day ago.
It's ridiculous. This Midwest winter, summer, spring bullshit combination of whatever the hell is going on is awful. Well, I hate it.
I mean, at least it's 85 on Tuesday.
My oldest son had baseball practice or a baseball game tonight, and it was like 42 degrees out. And my youngest had a soccer practice, and there was snow on the ground yesterday.
How do you
do? It's insane. Good. They won by like 4 or 5 points.
So they kicked the other kids' asses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good. That's all that matters. Did you tell them that too?
I did.
Anyone can participate, but you need to win.
That's right.
That's absolutely what we need to do. Anyways, guys, for those listening for the first time, whether on the audio version of the podcast, which goes live every Friday morning, or for those watching live right now on YouTube and on Twitch, we're simulcasting, which is fantastic.
Look at that.
So yeah, you catch us on Twitch and also YouTube live every Thursday evening. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We go live at 9:30. I mean, typically that's
it's 9:30 at this point.
Yeah,
by the time we get everything ironed out, it's 9:30.
So we go live at 9:30. So head on over there, chat with us. We take questions as the show's going on as well, here and there. Also get distracted by crazy things in chat. As Evan. Literally, it's chat. It's your boy. But anyways, yeah, join us every single Thursday evening on YouTube or Twitch live. You can also check the versions or video version of the podcast as well. We save all those to our YouTube channel, as well as other videos, like us playing some games.
Next week we have a special one too.
Yeah,
we had a indie developer reach out to us and wanted us to do either a gameplay or a review. And we'll probably do a gameplay, I would assume. I'll probably record it this weekend and get it uploaded. It's going to be probably Tuesday, I would assume.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
I also want to do like a little bit of Olympics. If the Olympics are to happen this year. Yeah, where we just play a bunch of dumb sports games.
Are we gonna have to buy like Sonic and Mario go to the Olympics? What was that? It came out 2020, right? It was last year.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It should fall on an even year, but
yeah, we need to play that. And we should be playing the one before that as well.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. But we should have like a little Olympics, so we can play that. We can play Madden, even though football's not in the Olympics. I know. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, guys, you can also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Diggity Podcast. Subscribe to our podcast if you're listening to it the first time. You can find our audio version as well on every single major podcast platform. And thank you so much for listening every week. With that, what have you been playing? We've played some stuff together this week, but what have you been playing on the side that I don't know of yet?
Yeah, so I played a little bit of Monster Hunter Rise. It wasn't so much that I didn't want to play it. I just haven't had a whole lot of Switch time this week. I started working on the new season of Rocket League. Mm-hmm. I played quite a bit of Wild Rift, and that's actually why I have not had Switch time, is because I opted into playing Wild Rift
with
quite
the
a bit
Kishi?
this week.
Or the Kishi, or whatever it is?
No, I was just playing touch controls.
No way, really?
Yeah. It's fine enough. I haven't even tried it to see if the kishi kiwi
How do you
thing
pronounce
works.
it?
I have no clue. Not a
Oh
clue.
God.
I bought it. Don't know how to say it. But I haven't even tried to see if that works. That probably would be the ideal way to play it. But I mean, this is awesome. It's a lot of fun. We played some Overwatch. Try to get those archives event skins.
Yeah, we'll button that up tomorrow night as well as the weekend.
Yeah.
We gotta get Mercy done up. But I'm over the archive missions. I mean, I want the
Oh, I am
stars
too.
to get the skins. I just want like to go to quick player to competitive.
I kind of wish I didn't do the Lucio ones. And it's odd that they
I
were all
didn't.
healers this time. Didn't you think that was kind of weird? That it was Lucio, and
Zenyatta.
then it was Zenyatta and then Mercy. But yeah, really, I just wanted the Mercy skin, and I play as Zen sometimes, so I went ahead and picked up that one. It was kind of all right.
I'm waiting
but
for
yeah,
the Jeff
I'm
Kaplan skin.
so over it. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, what?
Anymore.
The hell?
Other than that, I don't think I've played anything else. You'll remind me because you have a better memory for this stuff than me, apparently.
Played Overwatch
All
with
you,
you. I dipped a tiny bit into God of War,
Ooh,
if that counts.
attaboy.
A little bit of. Oh, I did play League of Legends, not Wild Rift, but just League, with my friend Eric, and that was a good time. Played at ARAM, got shit talked, and then we played One for All, which is basically right now it's like you're on 5v5 Summoner's Rift, and then you can essentially play. Everyone votes, everyone bans characters, and then everyone votes on a character, and then it random selects a character, and then the whole team is that one character. So we played as Heimendinger, got our shit rocked, and then who else
That is, I do not. I know you guys play quite a bit of Arma. I absolutely despise.
Oh, you mean ARAM? Bruh?
ARAM, sorry. I don't Arma. ARAM. Absolutely despise it.
So the
Don't
only
know
reason why we play it is because it's quick.
Yeah.
Like a 5v5, that shit can take like an hour.
Fair enough.
The ARAM, at least within the first 20 minutes that you're playing, you know if it's gonna be a GG or not. I mean, it's pretty easy. Now, sometimes with ARAM it just sucks with team comp.
Yeah. Every time. So there was like a mission that you were doing for some event, right? And you had to
Space
play
Group.
ARAM. Yeah, and I got my shit absolutely rocked.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 games in a row, and then I finally won like 2 in a row to do that mission or whatever. But yeah, not my favorite game mode. I actually prefer just the 5v5 type deal, but I don't know. Even then, it's still so much up to team comp and what other people choose to pick, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like Overwatch, where it's like you still have to have a tank for the solo lane, but nobody wants to go tank, so I guess
Nobody
go
ever
tank.
wants to play top support, bro.
This is true. This is also true.
I like
It's-
bottom support. That's a good time.
It seems like a lot of people that are playing on Wild Rift just don't really know. It's a lot of new people, right? It's a lot of people that have never gotten into it. A lot of people still learning.
The Koreans haven't mastered it yet.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Oh, easily.
But yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle, but I like it.
It's good. I mean, like I said before, I think last week, not to beat a dead horse, but like they somehow just figured out the controls of that game. Because if you told me, hey, we're going to put League on a phone, and be like, okay, that sounds awful. Like, that sounds like a terrible time. Leave me out of that, but not. I'm also realizing this shirt, incredibly ugly.
It is.
But I bought it kind of on purpose for that. You can say that. I mean, I got this shirt for $3.
No one buys the Hawaiian shirt because it's nice looking. You buy it because it's hideous.
Dude, I bought this to grill like a true God-fearing, red-blooded American man. I can cook my steaks in this hideous shirt while my wife complains about the shirt.
It's perfect.
It's American dream. It's truly the
you've
American
made it,
dream.
buddy.
Anyways.
You immigrated and you've made it.
I'm kind of, I mean, I still have to go for my
immigrated.
citizenship.
Still working on it.
Still working on it. 4 years
Right.
later. Let's go, baby. Woo! You want to hit us with the upcoming game releases?
April 23rd, you can get Judgment on the PS5, Xbox Series X, and Stadia. And you can also get Near Replicant version 1.22474487139 on PC, PS4, and Xbox One.
Ooh.
On April 28th, you can get Alpha Particle on PC, and Genshin Impact is coming to PS5, well, the PS5 version. On April 29th, you can get Layers of Fear VR on PSVR, Legends of Keepers on PC, Switch, and Stadia, and Total War Rome Remastered is coming to PC. Anything strike your fancy there, my friend?
Not really. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm getting near.
It's interesting to see two things come to Stadia.
Yeah. Stadia got a couple more games on there.
Still live.
Still alive, still kicking. There's some people that swear by it, man. One guy I got in touch with not too long ago through the podcast, he's over in England, and he's like a giant Stadia prophet, I guess. I don't know.
Prophet?
I'm not sure what to call it.
He understands the future of Stadia?
Prophet might not have been the right word. Missionary. He's a missionary.
He's a missionary of Stadia.
That's the word I wanted.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm getting near. It's Amazon is supposed to deliver it at my house tomorrow. Because the last time I tried to buy a game from Walmart, they didn't have it.
Oh my god! I thought you meant Stadia, like the controller, because you said I'm getting near, and I'm like, whoa, hold on, you're buying a Stadia controller? What in the hell is going on?
I am buying Near Replicant version 1.224744139.
Well, that's a shame because I already have version 1.22474487140.
Oh, well, so fucking look at you!
Easily one better. Quick PSA before we get into more news. Do not forget to claim Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition for free as part of the Play at Home event on PS5, or sorry, for any PlayStation member, isn't it? Or is it just a PS5?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I don't think you have to have Plus or anything like that. I think as long as you have a PlayStation, you can do it. I don't even think you have to have a PS5, and you can even do it from the app. So
you need the internet, though.
You do need internet.
Someone is not going to mail this to your house. This game will only be available for free until May 14th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. So go get that. Great game.
Yeah.
And it's free. I mean, that's a huge deal.
I need to buckle down and finally get through this game before the sequel comes out.
Yeah. Well, also the Netflix stuff, right?
Yeah.
Is it Netflix?
That's they're doing Uncharted.
I thought they signed a deal for a couple of Sony stuff, like Killzone and that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Netflix that Sony signed the deal with.
Okay, all right, cool.
But yeah, this game, I never fall off of it because I don't enjoy it. I just fall off of it because I get sidetracked very easily by anything that's shiny and new, and that's why my backlog is full of games that I've finished about a quarter of.
I think that's a typical person.
Yeah, probably. So games coming to Game Pass. Available now. MLB The Show is available on cloud and console on April 22nd, which is actually available now as well. You can get Fogs for PC. On April 28th, Second Extinction, which is in game preview right now, is coming to cloud, console, and PC. Nice. On April 29th, Destroy All Humans is coming to cloud, console, and PC. And April 30th, Fable 3 is going to be available on the cloud, and Fable Anniversary will also be available on the cloud. Both of those have already been on the Game Pass service, but now you can play them on your phone if you want to.
Sorry.
So that's a thing.
You can play them on your phone.
Yeah.
Crickets. Hey,
phones.
Capcom just announced the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. So this collection brings two games to the West that originally only launched in Japan, which are the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. So both games follow the story of Phoenix Wright's ancestor about a century before the beloved game series, and these are set to release on July 27th on Switch, PS4, and Steam. So
nice.
Get it while you can, my dude. Get it while you can.
Yeah, I still have never played a Phoenix Wright game, and I know people love it, and I've just never done it. I don't know why. Seems like it'd be something that would be up my alley.
It's the right thing to do.
Damn it. Xbox has now made free to play games truly free to play. So Xbox finally caught up with everyone else and allowed people to play free-to-play games such as Fortnite, Warzone, and Destiny 2 without having to pay for an Xbox Live membership or whatever it's called now, Xbox Online, whatever. You don't have to have a membership. So there's like 50 games that you can now play that are free-to-play games.
Truly free to play.
I can't believe they didn't catch more flack for this. Like they caught flack for it, don't get me wrong, but
Brody, they
with
catch new flack every week.
This is true. All of them
because
do,
of their own moves, might I add.
Right.
Hey, we're going to double the price of this shit. Hold on. You all are mad? Okay. We're just going to go back to what our pricing was.
We'll get to one where PlayStation did that like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, because it was the week we didn't have a show. So they all do that. But I figured with like Fortnite and Warzone especially, I figured the outcry for Xbox to fix that would have happened a long time ago. And you'd hear murmurs, but nothing too crazy. I don't know. It's weird. I also have never really had an Xbox or PlayStation without having Live because I play multiplayer games. So it just, I don't know.
Just go ahead and say
it's never an issue.
You're not a pleb.
I'm not a pleb.
That's right. Good for you.
Jesus. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Thanks, Jeff.
I'll cut around the bullshit.
I don't know. I've never seen a situation where I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't have it. Okay. Anyway.
I mean, if you're buying the box for that, I mean, I guess you could get value out of it. There's some good free to play stuff, right? I mean, like there's Warzone, right? I mean, that's cool.
Some people, I mean, they absolutely love battle royales, and I just don't know how they can consistently play battle royales on a regular basis without getting absolutely bored out of their skull.
Maybe they're boring people.
I mean,
I should just insult people tonight. Good God. All right, moving on. PlayStation Now will begin supporting 1080p streaming. So according to a tweet from the official PlayStation account, PlayStation Now will begin rolling out support for streaming 1080p compatible games this week. The rollout will occur over the next several weeks across Europe, USA, Canada, and Japan, where PlayStation Now is available.
The Great White North.
Yeah, well, if they let you stream it.
Yeah. Boy, 1080p, man. 1080p.
Dude, it's the future.
It's kind of the past.
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. My grandma only has a 1080i television. I mean, this is huge. This is a big deal, my dude. This is a pretty big deal.
I guess I never realized that PlayStation Now only streamed in 720.
Was it 720 or was it 1080i?
I guess it could have been 1080i. I don't know.
Can you look that up on the Google machine?
Yeah.
I am curious about this. I mean, xCloud, whatever the hell it's named now, it doesn't stream 4K. Does it? True 4K?
I don't think so. But we also just now started
8K.
I think the way it's set up, I think they're supposedly set up for streaming to 8K at some point, but I don't know. Everything's just talking about the recent announcement of going to 1080p.
Also, I see that you're intrigued that Nick indeed in the chat watches soccer. Clearly, you're not an observer of the Twitter, but he loves the Detroit FC, dude.
I saw a few posts not too long ago from him about it, but I wasn't paying all that much attention.
Everyone's got a half chub for the Detroit FC, dude.
I mean, at least he's from there and not just hopping on a bandwagon.
This is true.
Yeah, I can't find anything because everybody just wants to talk about the announcement.
Doesn't that suck? When something comes out on
awful.
Google and you're trying to figure out what was it before? And it's just like every article is the same shit.
Yeah, it's not great.
I'm trying to find it myself.
Oh, yeah, there it is. From the cloud gaming services previous 720p cap.
Oh my God. 720p.
Oh, I'm not even like a resolution person so much. I don't get caught up in graphics or anything, but that's disgusting. That's Switch screen.
That's pleb.
I mean, hell.
That's plebeian level, dude.
Boy, oh boy.
I think they
Well,
missed an opportunity. They should have went back to 480
uh, yeah.
and 4x3.
I was gonna say 4x3 as well.
Dude, Nintendo does it with their anniversary collection. You know, Mario's not that big of an IP for them.
Yeah.
You know, he definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't. You know, there would be no reason to put your best effort into Mario game for Nintendo fans.
No, not at
Return to
all. I mean,
16:9.
clearly not, because we all bought it like idiots anyway.
I'm
and
also going to
people
state.
complained about it for 3 days, and that was it.
I also going to state that I believe that per the history of the show that is the longest running gripe in our podcast
About the
about the Mario
anniversary edition.
Yeah.
It's got to be pretty close, I would imagine.
What would the other gripe be?
I don't know. We gripe about a lot.
I mean, I guess Randy Pitchford makes it in here and there, but it's not really a gripe. We've just constantly been asking him to fucking joust us, and he won't.
Coward.
Yeah. Good.
Absolute coward.
Pussy.
Joust
me.
We finally got a slight update about the upcoming Battlefield game.
Hell yeah.
So there's actually 2 games in development, one for console and PC, as well as a version for mobile devices.
Yes. Give me it. Pump it into my freaking veins. God, I can't wait to play that on my iPhone 12 Pro fucking Max, whatever it is now. I can't wait.
Apple,
Nothing
chill.
makes me happier than just rubbing my greasy fucking fingers all over the screen of my phone, trying to play a game that requires a good amount of skill to play normally. And I just the chef's kiss to it all is truly the amount of people that back out of the lobby because they can't stand playing it for longer than 2 minutes. Love it.
Beautiful.
Big fan.
It
Chef's
truly
kiss.
is a wonderful thing. Just like in Wild Rift, when you get to 9 out of 10 people that readied up, and one asshole decides he's not going to ready up.
A summoner has
He
disconnected.
gotten done pooping or something, and he's just like, "Oh, well,
No, he
done
gave
now,
up.
I guess."
He went, well, hold on a second. I'm playing this on my phone.
I could play this on my computer.
Well, think about it. Like you play a game on your phone, and just naturally as a human being, because we're all stupid, right? You
Yeah.
text me something. I'm gonna click the text.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Now I'm out of the game.
Fair enough. So, I guess I should have finished going on about this. So the console and PC game is scheduled to launch this holiday season and should be showed off very soon, with more information being revealed about the game over the next couple months. And Industrial Toys is working alongside DICE to bring a Battlefield game to smartphones and tablets in 2020. Boy, I hope I can use my Razer Kiwi thing. The mobile game will be its own standalone game and will be made specifically for mobile devices.
That's good. It won't kill the other one. That's good.
Yeah, that was a concern
I can't
that I did
wait
have.
to take my iPad with me to Niagara Falls and take photos of me and my whole family at Niagara Falls using my iPad, and intermittently
sit
in between play this game.
Play Battlefield.
Whilst then going back on vacation to take photos using my iPad. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
mean,
I really
Stoked.
I couldn't possibly care any less about this mobile version.
Why
do not
do you
give
think?
a shit.
Well, I mean, the money's there, right?
Right.
The money is possibly there for a lot of
Is
these
that the
companies
type
and their
of-
reasoning.
I was gonna say, is that the type of game that is going to be a massive mobile hit, though? I mean, Call of Duty
Brody.
seems to have been doing pretty well with it. Yes.
Wild Rift is a hit so far, I would say. Genshin Impact, that's a huge hit. Okay, some
Right,
of the Nintendo
but
stuff, sure. Other things,
First person
Crossy
shooters.
Road.
Yeah. So first person shooters,
No.
specifically.
Well, Warzone.
I mean, not Warzone so much. It's more COD in general, or
Yeah.
the mobile Call of Duty that they
Yeah.
had. I mean, it even has its own
E-League
E-League. Yeah.
sure does.
I don't foresee phones handling Battlefield very well. At that point, just throw it on the
I don't
Switch
foresee
too.
Battlefield
I guess.
handling phones well.
as well. All of the above.
I mean, I just show me. I mean, it's kind of like the Diablo stuff, right? Where people are like Diablo, and it's coming to smartphone only.
See, at least that could somewhat work. I see how that could potentially be.
I don't think a lot of people wanted that.
No one wanted that.
Well, that's
but
great. There's your market.
It's not the same market, though. How many people are a crossover between Battlefield and Diablo?
I get that, but the market,
but
I think, is so like there is such a dividing brick wall on mobile market where you either have like the person who's going to play League of Legends Wild Rift, and then you're going to have Karen who's going to be playing Candy Crush Saga. There's no in-betweener. There's no casual mobile gamer.
No, but even outside of that, I mean, you figure the largest like demographic for this is in Japan for the most part. Like mobile games are massive in Japan. I don't believe Battlefield is massive in Japan. I'm just saying, just going out on a fucking limb here. Wild Rift, yeah, probably pretty big in Japan.
Hey, Battlefield could be big in Japan,
but it's not.
I know. I would like to see information.
Information on.
I know about as much as this new game as I do about their Battle Royale that they released over a year ago, and that's not a lot. And guess what? I don't play the Battle Royale.
No one really played the Battle Royale.
They've just constantly come out with, we're going to talk about it. I hate stuff like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, it's an announcement.
We're thinking about talking to you, but in the meantime, just to let you know, we're also making a smartphone game.
So
that's really the info you wanted.
Yeah, this was like a full blog post.
Yeah, sure.
And
gotta get that SEO.
Literally could have condensed it down to 2 sentences. Hey, we're working on Battlefield. We got Battlefield for consoles and PC coming, and a mobile game, and that we're making with industrial toys. Cool. There's 2 sentences done. Could have been a tweet.
Could have,
but it wasn't.
But then someone wouldn't have read through the 4 paragraphs to find the information and be disappointed.
I think I'm the only fucking person that read through it because I had to write my show notes.
Congrats. We're hard-hitting journalists.
Everybody else read the headline that said, we're making it. And then they left the page.
That's the other thing, too. Like, no shit. I mean, the articles that are on all of the big sites, okay, let's say Kotaku, okay, because you always poo on them big time every week.
Yeah. Get him, Jeff.
They write. I mean, they just write. There's no information there. They literally just they could have just put H1 tag. You know, hey, they're making a game, and that's it. There's no value to this whatsoever. I don't understand the presence of it. I mean, I guess now we know there's a smartphone thing. So thank you so much for providing me with. Now your game's biggest export seems to be crippling depression. I thank you so much.
We learned that after Battlefield 5. Let's be really honest.
That's great. Yep. What's that? What that kid said when he's reviewing the Popeyes that I used to say that we laughed at all the time. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day has been ruined.
Oh God!
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. Hey, moving on from that, more stuff you can play on your phone. In a different way, though. The limited.
At least I can use my Kiwi for this.
My Kiwi.
It's a Kiwi.
It's a different name now. Every news article. The limited beta for Xbox Cloud Gaming on both Windows 10 PCs and Apple phones and tablets has finally begun. This beta is invite only, which you will receive via email, and is based off of those who signed up for the original cloud beta around a year ago. The way this program will work for the time being, at least, is through a website, xbox.com/play, which can be accessed through Edge, if people use that, Google Chrome, and Safari.
Cool.
So good. Yeah. I mean, it'll use all your RAM on Google Chrome. If there's any WebM on the site, it won't work in Safari, and it flat out probably will just crash on Edge.
So far, what I have seen from the few people that have actually been invited. It seems to run very well, and this is their workaround to get it to work on Apple devices because they couldn't put an app out because Apple said
Apple.
no.
Yeah.
I would love to see a actual like a proper Windows program rather than having to go to a website. I know that's kind of
Oh,
stupid,
may I
but I
introduce
would
you
like an
into a game bar?
well,
Would
yeah.
you like another game bar?
Never mind. We'll keep it on the website.
Perhaps a Windows 10 app?
You know what? Just keep it at
Yeah,
xbox.com/play.
how about we split features between the two of them?
This is something I actually was really excited about because I
Yeah,
wanted to
it
be
is
able
cool.
to
It's
stream
exciting.
it to my PC. And this is something I was surprised they didn't do this earlier to go alongside the original Android launch, but
Yeah.
I figured going to PC would probably be one of your easier ways to do this, but I could be
Probably
wrong. I
putting
don't
in
know.
Windows 10. I mean, you own it.
I would think since it's your infrastructure, you should probably be able to figure that out with someone.
I'm stunned and proud, though, that they are not doing like an exclusivity to Edge for a couple months.
Thank God, because Edge is Edge. I mean,
Sure.
I don't know how much more needs to be said than that, but
Bing.
God, Bing, yeah,
There you go.
nothing better than typing something down in the search to find something like in your files on your computer and it doesn't show up, and you were mindlessly typing away, hit enter, and now you've completed a Bing
Now
search.
you've binged it, but look at this sweet randomly generated photo of flamingos with hints and tips on flamingos. You're welcome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this
In
is
case
cool.
I run into a flamingo in my daily life.
I don't know. It's Indiana. There's some weird shit.
There is some weird shit. There was somebody that had a peacock down the road from where I grew up. So
Dude,
I mean,
I know a guy who owns a peacock. And it just walks around. I said, "What do you do with it? Like, what does it do?" He's like, "This is it. This is what it does."
it's like a cat but angrier.
Fuck yeah, it's angry.
It's like one step below a hissing chicken.
Hissing chicken cobra.
Uh-huh. I knew there was another
Canadian
word on
goose.
there. The Canadian goose.
The hissing chicken cobra. Yeah, this is cool. I think a lot of the Apple stuff right now, to be honest with you, I mean, there's a little bit obviously of Apple's obviously trying to get into the gaming field. They've got their own silicon now, and they've got a subscription platform, Apple Arcade, be it it's small games, but they're getting there. I mean, like the new iPad Pro that came out is ridiculous in terms of its power. It's stupid.
Oh,
Stupid
yeah,
power.
it's insane.
I'm running off of a new M1 Mac Mini, and I love it. I'm a huge fan of it. But I think a lot of it too is the current legal dispute right now with Fortnite
Yeah.
doesn't help anything in regards to Apple opening the gates to anyone having a separate store. I think it would hurt the legal battle.
Well, that even happened before the Fortnite stuff when they originally tried to launch the cloud beta on Apple. I remember talking about it, and it was a big deal. And then it was like a month later, the whole Fortnite thing went down. You're like, oh, okay, well, here we go.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Gang up on Apple all at once.
Yep.
But no, this is cool. I do want to try this out. I have not been invited as of yet, so I have.
You're not the cool kid.
I'm not a cool kid, unfortunately. So,
Damn.
Square Enix is now going to be a part of E3, kind of, maybe, but not officially. We don't know entirely. This is all coming from an interview between Yusuke Matsuda and Nikki, which is a Japanese, I assume, magazine or news of some sort. I don't know exactly. So Matsuda, when asked what Square Enix titles he was looking forward to, he said Outriders, the release of which was postponed, then released on April 1st. Near Replicant version 1.22474487139 will also be released in April. In addition, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade will be released in June. We'll be announcing the rest of the lineup, and we're also planning to make an announcement at E3 in June. So please keep your eyes peeled. This doesn't necessarily confirm they're going to be a part, as E3 has not announced them as a partner, nor have they officially confirmed that they're a partner of E3 at this point. But I would say it's probably pretty safe to assume this is going to be a part of E3. why they weren't announced along and with Ubisoft as well 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago when they announced all the partners. Don't know, but more or
And for
less.
whatever E3 is going to be this year. I mean, we know it's going to be online, but like, how extensive?
I've heard rumors of like a mobile app and like all sorts of stuff going on. I
can't wait.
I mean, for
Sign me
us,
up.
more or less, it's not going to change too much. We're gonna find the stream. We're gonna simultaneously stream it, and
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I have too much entertainment options now for my iPad in between taking photos with it at hotspot tourist areas.
We would be in real trouble if Battlefield was out for your iPad now. But
I would have no time. I'd be
not.
glued to my iPad at all times in between taking photos while on vacation on it. In this shirt,
like
might
that
I
would
add.
be a major sticking point for you. You seem to really dislike people that take pictures.
Yes,
like
if you're
that.
taking photos with your iPad, you're a fucking dummy. I mean, that is stupid, bro. That is dumb.
You're not wrong, but I've never seen somebody have
the same camera that's on your phone, which that's fine, right? Because when you buy an iPad for something like that, typically it's like, hey, I'm going to have a Zoom call, you know, or I need to have like a video conference or something with it. But it's not like you ever sit there and you're like, you know, it'd be great for this, like taking family photos at Disney with my iPad.
What if they still have a flip phone? I mean, I fully imagine
if
anybody
you have a flip phone, you've got it. Why the fuck do you have an iPad?
And I'm not talking like a cool Z Flip or
no, you're talking like Cricket wireless, like not Cricket. Like the old people commercials where it's just like, I've got unlimited data, and then he's got, you know, like the shitty flip phone that the numbers are just massive, and it's like, Grandpa, like, I mean, you can't do shit on that.
I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen that? There's like a whole senior flip phone bullshit. Let me put
it reminds me of the
phones.
Kroger commercials that have been coming out as of lately.
What do you mean?
You haven't seen the awful Kroger commercials that feature Low by T-Pain?
Oh my God, yes. And they're getting apples, and they're like, we've got prices so low, you can hardly believe it. And then all this stupid like 3D like plasticine models are like, low, get an apple. Yeah, it's not low.
No.
Okay? You go into Kroger, you're paying the K. Roger tax on everything. If you don't have a Kroger savings card, might as well bend yourself over at the self-checkout and just ask questions. It's over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Consumer mobile. That's the senior thing. Consumer cellular, sorry. You can buy a
that does indeed sound
Link
like
2 phone with 8 gigs.
That does indeed sound like a company that would sell exclusively to the elderly.
One-time payment, $35. 2 megapixel front-facing camera, and it can shoot 720p video, dude. You can stream that on PlayStation now. That's crazy. That's wild. Big numbers. It's got girth to it. It's a thick boy. Yeah. I mean, this thing will definitely grab some attention.
So, back to the Square Enix thing. Before we got wildly distracted, I really, really want to see more of Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah,
it looks so cool.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for that game. And that's the same team that has done Final Fantasy 14, so I'm really excited for this game. I know it's not going to be an MMO, but I mean everything about it is just ticking all my boxes. I'm in.
I can't wait to see the DLC for Avengers.
No, we did not have a technical hiccup. I just don't know what to say to that.
Okay, you want to make a bet? You want to make a bet that they'll make a DLC for it?
They already have announced it. We've covered it.
More, though. They announced even more.
You think they're going to announce more? They haven't even been able to keep up.
Absolutely. They have poured so much money into it at this point. They might as well just use it as a tax benefit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but they haven't even been able to keep up with their guidelines that they announced at the time of release. So,
sure, man.
I mean, they can announce it all they want. It doesn't mean shit. Who cares?
It's like Arms 2.
all 4 people that are still playing it will really enjoy it. I guess.
Oh, wow. That's a hard hit, dude. Oh,
Okay, 40 people.
it's coming to
Sorry.
mobile.
Okay,
It's
coming to mobile.
It's coming to tablets, baby.
No, I'm excited for this, and I'm excited. I hope they show off some more of that. I can't remember the name of it, but that game that they showed off at the end of their last event, where it was like that girl and the dragon was right there, and then all of a sudden it cut to something entirely different, and they had like an interview with the voice actress later on. I can't remember what the hell it was, but because they just announced the name of the game during that.
I'm going to the googly.
You do that. But no, I mean, I
Forspoken?
really, yes, Forspoken.
Project Athea? Forspoken.
Yeah, Forspoken is the one.
That's
nicely
cool.
done, my friend.
You're welcome.
I really like Square Enix games. I mean,
Sure.
some of them I bounce off of, but I think, I mean, for JRPG fans, this is
the
kind of
creme
still
de la
that
creme.
haven, right? Yeah, this is that place. So let's see what they announce. I'm excited.
Moving on to more handheld stuff. Big handheld episode. Recently, Sony announced that they would be shutting down the PS3 and PS Vita online stores, to which was met with a large amount of pushback. Sony has now decided that this was the wrong choice, and they will in fact keep these stores up and functioning for the foreseeable future.
Not
Great.
surprised. I mean,
the Vita, the PS3 stuff, I don't think people really gave a shit. But the PS Vita fanboys, oh my lord.
oh yeah, that's a diehard fan group right there. Like,
Yes,
for
it
sure.
is.
PS3, like you said, that's 2 generations old at this point. I mean, if you're still actively buying new games, I highly doubt you're playing on a PS3, but I could be wrong.
I exclusively play on the PS3.
As I can kind of make out the large shape of your PS5 in the background.
Oh,
I
no,
guess it's out of frame. I know
That's
where
a
it's
3D
at.
printer.
That's the 3D printer,
Right.
yeah. Yours is on the other side.
Oh my god, my camera's backwards right there.
But yeah, no, I'm not surprised at all that this was hit with some major pushback. Again, I think most of it was PS Vita fans, but it's just it is weird though, because we are getting to the spot where it's harder to have video game history if we're pushing towards a digital age, but we're also in a time where if it's not bringing in enough money, we want to shut down the digital storefront. So then it's
And piracy continues to get squandered all the time.
yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Tough
It
to
is.
archive
I mean,
all this.
Personally, I would have loved to have seen the Vita be more of a success. I still think there's market to have a handheld device for Sony.
Oh, I think so too.
I think just the problem was when they did the PSP to begin with, there's some great games for it, but the way they used the UMD discs spinning in what was basically a centrifuge of plastic that it could just get scratched on and rip around on was pretty crazy, and it could skip. And then when you went to the PS Vita, I think it was a little bit too much of a jump to the digital side of stuff.
Right.
It would have. I think if they waited like 2 years for the Vita, it would have held up.
Yeah.
In this age.
I had looked at getting a Vita at one point, but the price always stayed high on them. I mean, they hardly ever came down.
Well, there's a Go, a PSP Go.
Yeah.
But I had the OG PSP, and then I did some stuff to it back in the day where you could like change the themes and get like other things side loaded on and all that stuff. And then I had the PSP Slim, which I thought was after I traded in my original PSP, I thought it was a downgrade. But it was
really?
also cool because I had the Battlefront version, so I had like Vader on the back of it, which is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it was white, so I really dug that. But yeah, it was kind of it was a downgrade because like how you open the back tray of that thing was wild. It was like the original PSP was fat.
Mm-hmm.
And I think its product code was actually fat. It was like fat something or whatever. because when you would download stuff to the what's the special SD card you had to buy for it?
Oh, I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about though, right? It's like Magic
Yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
or whatever. So the card that you would have to buy for it would go on the side and it was concealed better, but where you would put the UMDs in was quite interesting. On the original one, there's like a little tab, and you click it like this, and it would slide back, and then it would open it nice, and it had like almost like a like a VHS tape rewinder. It would slowly open, right? For the PSP Slim, you literally like had a little tab, and you just like put your fingernail in it, and you go, and it would like like snap open, and then your UMD would just be like flopping around in there, and you just like pull the UMD out, put another one in, and just go and like shut it, and it just felt extremely cheap.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I ended up having to get rid of it because the battery swelled and it was going to blow up and light my house on fire.
That would not be good. Yeah,
Yeah,
fair enough.
sucked. So
That's what I need to do with the hoverboard that my oldest has. Batteries for that are insanely expensive, and the batteries have they're proving to be risky. So it needs to go.
the batteries are that expensive or something like that? Like how
Batteries cost
expensive?
like $120.
What?
Yeah, like
And
a
how long
car
does it
battery.
charge for? Or like what runtime does it give you?
Not very long. I don't know what that time actually shakes out
You
to
should
be,
just
but
build them a
probably
backpack that has a car battery on the back of it, and then you can just like rip around on it.
don't think I didn't think about it.
Son,
little
if you're gonna
trailer
ride it,
that's
make sure you
beside it.
carry this 20-pound bag with you. Okay.
Put a little trailer behind the damn thing that
A little
has a
trailer
battery.
with like a lawnmower battery on it. That'd be the most Indiana thing ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah. So Jeff Kaplan has left Blizzard Entertainment,
Boo.
which is weird to say. So Jeff Kaplan, Overwatch's game director, has left the company after nearly 20 years. He's been there 19 years. His role will be filled by Aaron Keller, who is a fellow Blizzard veteran and founding member of the Overwatch team. And this is a small note from the man himself. And by the man, I mean, obviously, Jeff Kaplan. I am leaving Blizzard Entertainment after 19 amazing years. I just want to point one thing out about this. Nothing is capitalized in this entire fucking statement except for Blizzard Entertainment. I love it. And this is how they quoted it, too. It was truly the honor of a lifetime to have the opportunity to create worlds and heroes for such a passionate audience. I want to express my deep appreciation to everyone at Blizzard who supported our games, our game teams, and our players. But I want to say a special thanks to the wonderful game developers that shared in the journey of creation with me. Never accept the world as it appears to be. Always dare to see it for what it could be. I hope you do the same. GG, Jeff Kaplan.
Bummer.
Yeah, he's been the face of Overwatch and I mean Blizzard really for a while now.
Well, and now we're never going to hear, "Hi guys, it's Jeff Kaplan from the Overwatch team."
I am severely going to miss all the montages that people made every time there was a patch.
I'm Jeff Kaplan from the Overwatch team.
Or him just sitting there at like Christmas with like the fake fireplace behind him, and he just sat there for literally hours and did nothing but like drank hot chocolate and just stared at the camera.
Yeah.
Just weird, quirky shit. But I mean, it was great. It was cool to have like that.
Well, he built
that
a great game.
goofy face on the face of that company, and
He built
Kinda sucks.
a wonderful game. Hopefully, he got Overwatch 2 as close as possible to the finish line, with good direction for the rest of the way to finish it. And I mean, that's a huge loss, man, for that company.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Do you think he's going to go somewhere else? I mean, he's just going to retire.
I think he'll go somewhere else.
Where do you think he'll go?
I don't know.
I think he might start his own thing.
I could kind of see it, but I think he'll go somewhere else. I don't know where exactly he would
Maybe
go.
Microsoft would pick him up for one of their studios.
Either that, or I almost wouldn't be too surprised if he went
Sony.
to a Sony first party studio of some sort.
Yeah, because you can see a lot of the design notes and mechanic notes of some of the characters that he does. He would probably align with the Sony ecosystem of developers because you have that good like Japan centric vibe stuff, which I think he really is really good at.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think that would
Like him at
be where
Santa
I put
Monica
it.
would probably be him for like a Ratchet and Clank would probably be unreal.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I I'm I mean, he could go to Riot and work on Valorant.
I don't think that's this game.
No, it's not. But no, I think he'll go somewhere else. I don't think he's quite done yet. He's probably what, mid 40s? I don't
I'll let you
think he's
know.
Yeah, you let me know. But I'm excited to see what he goes and does next. I know a lot of people were concerned about what this means for Overwatch
He's
2.
48
48, man, late 40s. That was close.
from New
And a
Jersey.
lot of people were concerned about what this means for Overwatch 2, especially since things have been radio silent basically since it was announced. I don't know if this is so much telling about what's going on with Overwatch 2. I think a lot of what Jeff would be working on within Overwatch 2 has been somewhat wrapped up, or at least he's pointed them in the right direction. I don't think there's anything necessarily to worry about, but I just wish they'd talk a little bit more about what the hell is going on with Overwatch 2 and why they're making some of the decisions that we do know of. And it's odd.
Well, I think that they primarily don't now, unfortunately, because of the public nature of the shareholders.
Right.
It's hard to get information out like that because everything's
Yeah.
effective of the stock, right?
Right.
Some things, to be honest with you, too, like what's kind of annoying about this whole thing is everybody just kind of talks Overwatch on the guy, but his gamography is pretty extensive in terms of other big Blizzard things. I mean, he did Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos. He was a designer on that in 2002. 2004, he did World of Warcraft. He was a designer and game director for that. 2017, World of Warcraft: The Burning Crusade. He was a designer on that. He was a designer for Wrath of the Lich King. In 2013, he worked on Titan as a designer, but that was a canceled project. And then from 2016, he was Overwatch's lead designer and game director.
Wasn't Titan the first name for like what Overwatch ended up becoming? If I remember correctly.
Titan was the project name for a canceled Blizzard Entertainment massive multiplayer online game, with speculation regarding the game beginning in 2007. Blizzard revealed little information besides that it would be completely new and not based on the company's then current three main franchises.
Gotcha.
Here we go. The game was internally canceled by Blizzard in May of 2013, though publicly they announced that the project would be delayed as they took the title in a different direction. Its official cancellation was made in September of 2014. Internally, about 40 members of the Titan project used the developed assets to craft the new game, which became Overwatch.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, he had extensive work on WoW, which is impressive. I mean,
Oh my
that's been
God.
such a huge and
Listen to
massive.
this. This is interesting about like how Overwatch started with Jeff Kaplan and stuff. The remaining Titan group of 40 staff members, which included Kaplan and Chris Metzen, were told they needed to come up with an idea in about 6 weeks, or otherwise they too would be transferred to other departments. Taking inspiration from team-based shooters like Team Fortress 2 and the popularity of MOBAs, the team used some of the existing Titan assets to develop a prototype game where players would select predefined hero characters with different types of abilities and skills and face off in team-based matches. Metzen also said that due to the recent failure of Titan, the group suffered from poor morale, but the idea of a team-based shooter invigorated them and helped establish an optimistic narrative taking place in the near future of Earth, encompassing a range of diverse heroes and characters. The prototype proved to be successful, and the team set out to develop what would become Blizzard's fourth major IP, Overwatch. Tracer is a direct asset from Titan, who originally was one of the 6 skins available for the Jumper class in Titan and the map Temple of Anubis that had been developed for Titan as well. Overwatch was formally announced on that. Wow.
Yeah, I watched like a history of Overwatch type of thing at one point in time and vaguely remembered some of it, but I remember Tracer, and I think there were a few other skins that were like carryover as well to some extent. I think they had been slightly redesigned, but yeah, man, it's a big big loss for Blizzard for
No, it
sure. I
is.
mean, even outside of
And a
Overwatch.
continual loss.
Yeah.
Like they have not had good information, like good news for quite some time. It's been somebody leaving. What was wild to me is I was perusing on LinkedIn the other day,
Hmm.
and there was a post from Blizzard about Jeff Kaplan leaving, and I went to the comments. I'm like, let's see what's in the comments. There was this like mortgage broker guy that wrote these 3 paragraphs that were just incredible about like Blizzard and how they've like gone astray from some of their stuff, which I think they have, but in a lot of ways I think a lot of people overblow some of this shit as well.
Yeah.
But the people who responded to the guy, the mortgage guy that wrote that, were actually Blizzard employees. And they
Oh, really?
straight up said, "How does the mortgage broker know how to run Blizzard better than our CEO?"
Oh, no
I
shit.
shit you not. Yeah, there was like a lead. There was a lead video editor, designer. There was another designer, and then there was an assistant producer or something like that from Blizzard, and they all basically like shot down Blizzard in response to
Really?
this guy of being like, "This guy's absolutely right." And I was like, "Holy shit!"
It does seem like morale's at an all-time low over there, and it also
Sure.
seems like and for good reason. I mean, it does seem like there's a lot of poor decisions going on,
Yeah, I mean, we
and
reported what a couple weeks ago that, or a month ago, 2 months ago that they laid off a large
yeah.
amount of staff, and then
Mhm.
on top of that, I mean, at first it was the Overwatch League and all that, the broadcasting team,
Right.
which you and I both said, hey, look, like they're not doing shows. Hopefully they can maybe come back. It looks like they're not going to. I would assume they're probably just going to shop that out to third party going forward.
Right.
But then it also included other departments. And then
Yeah.
on top of that, then they gave out like bonuses to the top Ched, to that guy. And we both said, hey, that's how it works. There was a contract signed for it, but it's still shitty.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we agreed with that. I mean, it still sucks. I mean, if you're working there and all of a sudden your friend next to you, he's not at his desk anymore, and you just got let go.
Right.
But then the CEO gets a bonus that could have probably paid for everyone's salaries for the next 8-9 years.
Yeah.
That got laid
Easily.
off. That sucks.
Hmm. Yeah, I think something's gonna have to give over there. I mean, they've had quite a
The
few misses
Yeah,
and
the
some
CEO is
issues.
gonna get voted out by board.
Maybe he'd been there a long time.
Yeah, but I don't know. This is the problem, right? When game companies go public, often the institutional investor that is investing in it has no fucking clue how video games work.
Right.
From a revenue perspective, they just go, man, it's that people spend stuff in game or they buy it one time, and that's how we make money off stuff. But they don't put the emphasis on you have to have human beings actually intrigued to actually play your shit. And once that starts trickling down, it's very difficult to turn that around. Very difficult to turn that around. And they don't have a lot of IPs. They have 4 IPs that truly matter. And they're all kind of intertwined in some way or fashion in each of their games. And I don't know. I think like once one domino goes, it kind of starts trickling, the next domino falls and moves and moves and moves with a company like that. And unless you get in front of the next one to push it up, it's going to be really difficult to come back from things.
Yeah. Yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
Like, I mean, Jeff Kaplan leaves Overwatch. I'm sure that killed a lot of stuff for people that would have like promoted Overwatch freely and organically on the internet, or about Overwatch 2. I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be delayed even more now.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
So I don't know. It's weird times. A lot of
Yeah.
people moving around different places. Companies spinning up. Companies dying off really quick as well. People are coming on new platforms. It's a weird time to be in gaming. I mean, your attention is taken everywhere, but the same stuff is going everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
And so you kind
That's
of just
exactly
sit there
how
as
it
a
is.
consumer and you're like, I just want new games. I don't want to play it, on 5 different places. I think, I don't think it's the basis that there's so many platforms or companies that own platforms as to why we have so many. I think just generally or genuinely these larger companies believe that people want to be able to play their game on a million different things. And in doing so, it just creates a longer production period of time for these games to where, the game, okay, cool, we're going to launch on, PS5 and Xbox Series X. Okay, now we got to put it on, the One S. Now we got to put it on xCloud. Now we got to build it out for, PS Now. Now we got to build it out so you can put it on mobile. And it just extends these things out to the point where the interest of the gamer doesn't expand itself over the amount of platforms available.
And they don't even put in cross progression, so I'm already out at that point,
which is crazy
stupid.
because almost all of these larger game companies now have a client. Or they have a whatever account. And like you and I were both stunned with Overwatch. Go put our Blizzard accounts into our our PlayStations for Overwatch. It doesn't take over anything for you from console.
Literally does
nothing. None of your skins, anything. So it's like, what are you giving them? You're just giving them more data now on your PS5.
Yeah.
To make new data for you. Or on you. I mean, it's fascinating to me where we're going, and it can't last.
No.
Like, Luna by Amazon, I expect that to be dead in a couple months. I expect, because that's how Amazon works. Google, same shit with Stadia. That's how Google works. If it doesn't make them $1 billion, they're going to can the fucking thing. And then,
yeah, but don't let it go for too long.
Let it go until it's a meme. And then, any of the other streaming stuff, not really interested. NVIDIA's stuff is kind of interesting. But again, it's like through 3 other things. And then you're like, okay, I could just stream this from Steam. And then Epic Games is going to come up with some stuff too, for sure. Because they actually have the back-end infrastructure to do that. And the tech to do that. So it's just confusing. Completely confusing. But yeah. Any other things? Any housekeeping or any other stuff before we wrap this show up?
I don't believe so. I don't think I have anything to add here, fella.
I don't think I do either. I feel like there was something I saw or heard that I should have brought up, but I didn't. It probably escaped me and I'll bring it up next week. Good God. I'm trying to think. Just like my own observation and finding stuff. For any of those interested in kind of like spiritual successors to like Roller Coaster Tycoon games, it's pretty big. But there's a game called Parkitect, which is really good. I mean, phenomenal.
Yeah.
So go check that out. It's a good time. And it's going to give you like those Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 vibes where they went to 3D obviously. Graphics instead of the 2D that they had. Or I guess it's like isometric, like 2D for the last game. But it's a good time. Definitely recommend. But as we wrap this show up, guys, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Diggity Podcast. Again, check us live on YouTube every Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and on Twitch. And you can listen to the audio version of the podcast every single Friday morning on your morning commute, which I got to say, it's kind of nice. People are going back to their morning commute.
Yeah,
absolutely. Life's starting to get back to normal.
Very slowly, but we're kind of getting there, at least momentarily. I hope we can stay there is the big thing.
Yeah, that'll be the big question going forward. But guys, anyways, you can follow me on PlayStation. My PSN is Maple Jeff.
And mine is Luscious Brody.
Nice. Guys, leave us a review. It helps us out a ton. Thank you to those who have left us reviews in the past. It means a lot, and it's what gets us exposure on the platforms from YouTube, for your comments and for subscribing and liking the video. And even on like something like Apple Podcasts, when you leave a review, it boosts our podcast up past the other ones. And that's what we're all about. We're about winning. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no other way to do it. It's all about winning. And until next time, guys, we will see you later. Stay safe. Be nice to each other. And, yeah, have a good day. See you.